5 seconds to go. Start. A very eventful year has just passed. Stop. The common man has reaffirmed his belief in democratic values and restored our distinction as the largest living democracy in the world. Stop. On this occasion, each one of us has to ask ourselves in all humility whether we have followed the inspiring example set by the leaders of this ancient land. Stop. Have we comprehended the new national ethos and adequately responded to it? Sign of interrogation. In this context, comma, it is disappointing that the professional classes as well as business and industry have not shown sufficient evidence of their being prepared to accept their share of national responsibility. Stop. Para. The future of unfolding itself. Stop. What are our immediate preoccupations and aspirations for the future? Sign of interrogation. The coming elections to the state assemblies afford an occasion for all political parties to prove their dedication to democracy and cleanliness in public life. Stop. What is important is not the result but how it is achieved. The campaign must be conducted with dignity, comma, only on the basis of clear-cut programs and policies. Stop. Once again, our voters will have the option of choosing not their masters, comma, but their servants. Stop. We must, in the past, comma, prove ourselves a mature people, comma, pledged to the processes of democracy and the democratic way of life. Stop. Our people should be enabled to exercise their franchise without fear or hindrance. Stop. My government will guarantee this, comma, the basic birthright of every eligible voter. Stop. Let the free will of the people prevail and all will be well, comma, whatever the result. Stop. This is my firm belief. Stop. Many problems loom large on the horizon. Stop. We must face them with courage and self confidence. Stop. Some frustrated and desperate elements in our society today are determined to scuttle the principles of our democratic way of life and destroy the very fabric of our secular society. Stop. While every one of us is entitled to freedom of expression in appropriate forums, comma, no one should be permitted to drag each and every issue to the streets, comma, excite dormant passions, advocate disrespect for law and order, and incite violence. Stop. Such a policy of unwarranted confrontation backed by provocative action on the slightest pretext is a challenge, comma, we as citizens of a free country need to face with determination. Stop. Let not a few misguided and disgruntled sections of society imagine that they can hold the rest of us, comma, the law abiding citizen, comma, to ransom. Stop. This will not be allowed. Stop. The post emergency climate has been congenial for reconciling fundamental freedoms and open society with egalitarianism and social justice. Stop. This is the first Republic Day with which my 10-month-old government is associated. Stop. Let us not judge them hastily. Stop. Let us rather take note of it. Stop. Para. भारत माता की जय. Stop. Governor of Uttar Pradesh, comma, Srimati Anandiben Patel ji, comma, the popular and firebrand Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, comma, Yogi Adityanath ji, comma, Deputy Chief Minister, comma, Dinesh Sharma ji, comma, Ministers of the Government of Uttar Pradesh, comma, other MPs, comma, MLAs, and my dear brothers and sisters of Aligarh. Stop. Para. Today is a historic day for Aligarh and Western Uttar Pradesh. Stop. Today is also Radha Ashtami. Stop. This occasion makes it even more blessed. Stop. Radha is omnipresent in Braj Bhumi. Stop. I extend my warm greetings to all of you and to the entire nation on Radha Ashtami. Stop. We are fortunate that a series of development works is starting today on this holy day. Stop. It is in our culture that we remember our elders when any auspicious work happens. Stop. I am very much feeling the absence of the great son of this soil, late Kalyan Singh ji. Stop. Had Kalyan Singh ji been with us today, he would have been very happy to see the emerging profile of Aligarh in the defense sector and the establishment of Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh State University. Stop. His soul would be blessing us. Stop. Para. Friends, thousands of years of Indian history is full of such patriots who have given direction to India from time to time with their tenacity and sacrifice. Stop. So many great personalities gave their all to our freedom movement. Stop. But it was the misfortune of the country that the next generations of the country were not acquainted with the sacrifices of such national heroes and leading ladies after independence. Stop. Many generations of the country were deprived of their sagas. Stop. Para. Today, the 21st century, India is correcting those mistakes of the 20th century. Stop. Be it Maharaja Suhail Dev ji, Deenbandhu Chaudhary Chotu Ram ji, or now Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji, sincere efforts are being made in the country to acquaint the new generation with their contribution in nation building. Stop. Today, when the country is celebrating 75 years of its independence, the Amrit Mahotsav of Independence, these efforts have been given further impetus. Stop. This effort to salute the contribution of Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh in the independence of India is one such sacrosanct occasion. Stop. Para. Friends, today every youth of the country, who is dreaming big and wants to achieve big goals, must know about Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji. Stop. We get to learn the indomitable will and passion to fulfill our dreams from the life of Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji. Stop. He wanted the independence of India and he devoted every moment of his life to this. Stop. Not only did he inspire people by staying in India, he went to every corner of the world and for the independence of India. Stop. Be it Afghanistan, Poland, Japan, South Africa, he risked his life and committed himself to free Mother India from the shackles. Stop. Para. I would like to tell the youth of my country and listen to me carefully that whenever they find any goal difficult and encounter some difficulties, I request you to keep Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji in your mind and your spirits will be elevated. The way Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji worked for the independence of India with one goal and devotion continues to inspire us. Stop. Para. And friends, while talking to you, I am also reminded of another great freedom fighter of the country, the son of Gujarat, Shyamji Krishna Verma ji. Stop. During the First World War, Raja Mahindra Pratap ji went to Europe, especially to meet Shyamji Krishna Verma ji and Lala Hardyal ji. Stop. What was decided in that meeting resulted in the formation of India's first government in exile in Afghanistan. Stop. This government was headed by Raja Mahindra Pratap Singh ji. Stop. Para. I was fortunate that I was successful in bringing the ashes of Shyamji Krishna Verma ji to India after 73 years when I was the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Stow. And if you ever get a chance to visit Kutch, there is a very inspiring memorial of Shyamji Krishna Varmaji in Mandvi where his ashes are kept and they inspire us to live for Mother India. Stow.